Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Gen Z Sanctum. It is July the 12th, I believe, and we are here to record our weekly podcast episode. Joining us today, of course, I am Nate Remington as usual. Joining us today is our good co-host, Nathan Langford. Nathan, how are you doing today? Oh, dang, that was...
Alive.
You didn't sound too alive. And speaking of coughs, I got a real banger of a cough earlier before we started recording. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned to I will just, I'm not gonna tell you when it happens. I'm gonna edit it in somewhere out of context, and you're gonna hear the absolute banger of a that I did earlier. All right. All jokes aside. Today's topic is no laughing matter. So we're gonna get started today and share stories and share just how serious this issue can get. So Nathan, how much do you know and how much do you have experience with cyberbullying?
Not a whole lot because it was mostly homeschooled.
Get out! No, I'm kidding.
All right,
No,
bye.
but okay, let's open.
Bowling in general, or
Yeah, let's open it broader so that this isn't a 5-minute episode. Open it broader to how much do you know just about bullying in general, cyber or otherwise.
well, I wouldn't say it's bullying, but I definitely have a story to tell from
Okay, you don't have to
JEL.
name names. You don't have to.
I'm not naming names.
But yeah,
One,
just
I
tell
don't
us
remember them.
well,
But so this was about 3 years ago
okay.
at JEL.
Which I went to, by the way, as well. I'm wearing the shirt currently. Nathan took
Like they could have
automotive.
actually seen that.
Get out. No. So yeah, no, I'm wearing the shirt I got from the school, from the J Everett Light School. Nathan took automotive repair, is it?
Yes.
And I took audio and film production. But anyway, you were at JEL.
So I was at JL, and there was one day I was trying to remember what I was doing, like diagnosing a wiring issue I had with my car at the time. There was one guy sitting in the back. He was like, "Oh, can I sit in the back?" Let me preface this. So if you have a vehicle that you drive to school,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have a yellow parking pass.
Mm-hmm.
And that yellow parking pass goes in the bottom right side of the window.
Mm-hmm.
Simple.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy asked to lay in my back seat just to watch videos because he's a lazy bum, and that's all he does. He's on his phone all day.
Remind me, was this car in the shop currently being
Yes.
worked? Okay, so he wasn't like, I'm gonna go out to the parking lot and lay in the back of your car. He was like, I'm gonna watch a
No,
video.
I was sitting in the driver's seat when he was doing so.
Okay, and
So-
you were inside the shop when this
Yes.
was happening. Okay,
So
cool.
I was fixing some wiring issue. Don't remember what it was. It was 3 years ago. How should I remember?
Mhm.
But, well, it's a car I don't have anymore.
Correct.
So,
This is one of Nathan's various cars that
yes.
I wish I had a car. I have owned one car in my life. Anyway, continue.
Anyway, so I got done with it. I got out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Noticed. For some odd reason, the guy had gotten out about 5 minutes before I was done.
Mm-hmm.
And I got out and I looked at my back window. My parking pass is missing.
Oh, dang.
I was like, huh, that's weird. So, for reference, we have a timer that we can see about how much time, and Nathaniel completely forgot to set the timer.
Yeah, we're 4 minutes in, and I was like, oh, frick. You gotta turn
You
that
probably
on.
heard the beep. It was just a lot of beep.
Yeah, so I was.
So-
You didn't hear me slap my forehead and go. But anyway, no, continue your story.
Anyway, so I got out. I went to the teacher, because in schools like that, you're not supposed to take things into your own hands because that can get you in big trouble. So I'm not accusing him of anybody,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going around the shop thinking, hey, maybe it was a guy sitting in my back seat, because he was the only one there, and the sticker was there before he got in, and the sticker was gone by the time he got out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, nobody else was in the car but me and him.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Now-
never got into the back seat to peel it off.
Question: This was it like on a card that was stuck in the window, or was it like
No.
actually
It's
stuck
a
to the glass?
sticker.
Okay, so it was stuck to the glass or the car?
The glass.
It was stuck to the glass.
To the
So
window.
this wasn't a simple, oh, it's a card that's sort of jammed in there.
No,
could've
it's
fallen
he
out
had
when
to peel it
Yeah,
off.
he had to. So you must have been in your own head working on this issue, because I'm pretty sure that it makes a noise when you go off the
Well,
back
I would
window.
think, but apparently it didn't.
Okay.
So I talked to the teacher about 50 minutes later. Now, this is a sub. We had a sub for about like 4 months because our main teacher was out due to back surgery. So he couldn't really move on his own. So while he was at home recovering, we had a sub. The sub we had, he was a part-time firefighter. He was an awesome guy, cool teacher. I liked him. And I went up to him, say, hey, my parking pass is missing. Would you happen to know where it went? And he was like, was there anybody else in your vehicle at the time? And I pointed to the guy who's sitting in the back seat. I said, he was laying in the back seat, but I don't think he took it. He's like, huh, interesting. Well, we're going to look around the shop. We're going to look in the car. And we're going to see if we can find it. Cool. We look around the car, not in the car, not under the seats, not tucked in any crevices or anything. It's not in the car. So it got to the point where my teacher was like, close all the doors, lock the car. I was like, So I closed all the doors. I locked the doors. Nobody can get in or out. So
you lock the guy in the trunk. No, I'm kidding.
get in the trunk. You're dead.
And this is the sound he made when he was locked in the trunk of the car. Yeah, so that's basically the noise that he made.
Yeah. So the teacher says, all right, we're going to go down to the principal's office, try and figure this out. The guy that was in my backseat and me. You know, I'm not trying to accuse anybody. I'm not trying to have a rival start. So I'm like, I'm not going to accuse anybody. So we go down to the principal's office. We're talking for a while. He's getting both sides of the story. And the guy has, I'm going to say it, the balls to tell me that, why did I take your parking pass? I don't even drive. I was like, so you don't have a car here? It's like, no, I don't even have a car here. I was like, interesting.
I have a question. He didn't. Did they check his? Well, I shouldn't say did they check his, but did he be like, I don't have? Did he like put his hands in his pockets and be like, I don't have it, man?
No.
So it could have been in his pocket this whole time.
So we're talking about it. Then the principal, about after 10 minutes, the principal, well, he's technically the vice principal because there's a president of the school.
They won't take this all the way up. This isn't
But
major issue.
He's almost like the top head of the school, which is big. If you have to get the head of the school involved, true. Somebody should fess up.
Because remember, the head of, if you don't know, the head of the J. Everett Light School is also the principal for the bigger North, the bigger thing.
No, he was the head of J. Everett Light by itself.
Correct. So above him is the head of the entire
head
building,
of J. Everett Light,
which
and
is the whole. Yeah. So it didn't quite go that far, but it got to the top of this.
Yeah.
The JEL. Okay.
So we're like, all right, we're all gonna go back, and we're going to see if we can find it. Both of us stand up. We walk out of the room. The principal doesn't even leave the room, and he stops us and says, "Huh? What is this?" Picks up a perfectly folded yellow parking pass stuck together. And then he looks at me and he's like, I don't know how I got there. Like, I was like,
what, this other kid says, oh, I don't know where this came from.
Yeah. Like, he's speechless because of course he is. He flat out lied to my face.
So, Nathan, I know you're not the violent type, but I'm pretty sure that you wanted to punch him in the face.
Oh, I wanted to deck him to the ground.
Yeah.
Been like, you had the guts to lie to my face, and now that the truth has come out, you're trying to lie to me, even though I'm holding the parking pass that you stole, and you're still trying to lie to me that you didn't do it.
This came from.
He's trying to blame it on somebody popped in. I'm like, no, that door never opened until you got out.
That's true.
You were in there the whole time. You were the only one in the back seat. And why on earth do you think I would have crawled over you just to peel it off, just to get you in trouble? And it fell out of his pocket and landed where he was sitting. So he got in trouble.
Oh, yeah, he would have.
Oh, yeah. He got a pink slip.
Oh, damn.
The fact that he lied to the principal.
Oh yeah,
and the principal found out.
Oh yeah, principals do not like when you get.
Oh,
when you lie to
no,
them.
they don't. And if you lie to the principal in public school, you're in big trouble.
Oh yeah, you like. Oh, that is grounds for expellment.
Yeah.
If you lie to a principal.
Oh yeah, you're in big trouble. So I take the parking pass. Luckily, it sticks back on the windshield.
Yeah.
And then it's a $5 fee to pay for the parking pass.
Yeah, they told me about that when I went in. Like, oh, if you drive, you have a parking pass. And I was like, I can't drive yet because guess what? I'm in high school.
Well, I was in high school too, and I could drive. But anyway, technically, you were able to drive before I was.
That's true. I got driver's ed early when I was 16 and got my license like a couple of months before you normally can without it.
Yeah. So, excuse me.
What happened?
So
you were just like, you almost did what I did earlier, which was this noise. Which, gotta be honest, that noise really hurt my throat to do, but there it is. Anyway, you were saying.
Anyway, so I stick it back on the windshield. Well, not windshield, rear glass.
Yeah.
It sticks back on. Cool.
Cool.
And the principal told me if it ever has a problem falling off, he said, I'll just give you a new one. Cool. I was not happy with that guy.
Oh, yeah.
But this was my second year. Was it? No, it was my first year, but it was later. If we go further in the beginning of my first year, there was one guy.
Okay,
I swear, this guy is so incredibly dumb and unintelligent. I wanted to deck him to the ground so many times, more than I could.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, bear in mind that J. Everett Light is often, especially automotive classes, it's a place where you can get second opportunities. When I visited the welding class, which was in a similar body shop area, there were about 2 or 3 kids there that had ankle bracelets on, like criminal ankle bracelets. So there are some pretty shady characters who are there.
Oh yeah. But this guy, of course these people are all like, oh, you're from Carmel? All right, you're from rich country. And they're not like joking around it. They're just like, oh my gosh, you're just so much better than. I'm like, dude, chill. I'm sorry the fact that your parents didn't go to college and now their job is sitting on the side of the street asking for money. That's not my fault.
Yeah, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not from Indianapolis, let me break it down for you. So, there are different areas of the city, and if you say, "Oh yeah, I come from Indianapolis," oh where? Oh, this part, like the west side or the east side. People immediately assume what kind of person you are, based on that. So if you say, "Oh yeah, I'm from Carmel," immediately people think, oh, you're rich. Your parents are rich.
No, I'm not rich at all.
No, no. They happen to live in Carmel, but that does not mean they're rich. That's a stereotype that I don't like about this place. Because when I say, oh, I'm from the north side of Indy, same thing. Oh, you're from the Meridian Hills area. You're rich. Because Meridian Hills is
Hills is basically like the northern Indianapolis version of California, L.A.
Correct.
Kind of.
Meridian Hills is essentially the Hollywood Boulevard of Los Angeles. It's
pretty much, but it's like really narrowed down, and
it's the most expensive
basically
real
budgeted.
estate in this part of the country.
And also living in Carmel is expensive.
Oh, that's the property tax and all of that
property
stuff.
tax, rent.
Carmel?
Oh, jeez. Carmel's expensive.
I'm never moving to Carmel unless I just have extra money to flex. But
don't live in Carmel. I live in Carmel, and I have learned the hard way that Carmel's expensive.
Although, speaking of something that's less expensive than thinking of moving to is Castleton. Castleton's less expensive with all of that stuff.
But you also have to be careful.
That's true.
On the part of Castleton.
It depends on what part of Castleton you go to because they have pockets of BS. Castleton is its own mini city, and like all cities, there's a downtown, there's a inner city or inner town,
which is what a suburb is.
Which is true. Well, suburb is right outside the inner city.
Yeah.
So Castleton is a suburb of Indianapolis, but that suburb has its own inner city that is a little bit dangerous. It's
But-
like Broad Ripple. Broad Ripple has bars and stuff, but it's super dangerous. It's essentially the inner city of northern
Yeah, pretty
northern
much.
Indianapolis. Anyway, all of that saying, you had another story about this other guy.
But there was another guy. First of all, I don't know why he was wasting the teacher's time
Mhm.
because he flat out said, "I don't want to work on cars." I don't know why
All right,
I
well,
didn't.
The door is right over there. Get out.
I don't know why I didn't come up and tell him, but I so bad wanted to walk up to him and be like, "Why are you here then?
Yeah.
The door's over there. Just get up and leave."
Why'd you take this class?
Yeah, why'd you take this class?
Hey, buddy. Look, I don't know if you know, but you signed a sheet here, and what's the name of this class? Oh, cars! Oh, real? You don't want to? Oh, you must have not signed. You must have messed up and signed that because if you
Yeah,
don't want to
and-
be here, I don't.
A lot of people are on their phones, not paying attention
That's
to
true.
anything.
That's
So the fact when he was forced to work on cars, he's like, "I hate this. This is terrible." I'm like, "Dude, stop acting like a baby. Like,
Oh, yeah.
golly, grow up.
I know that kind of
Like,
person.
grow up. Like,
They instantly
jeez."
turn 30
But-
in front of your eyes. Okay.
I left my phone out on my desk,
Oh,
which
dear. Okay. Shouldn't have done that, probably.
I shouldn't have done it. But the fact that these people can't leave their hands to themselves.
I have been suspicious of people for the longest time, so
Oh, yeah. And this guy had a very similar case to
Mhm.
my phone.
Oh.
But mine was in much better shape than his.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went to go change, well, we have like a full body uniform that we wear, getting out of that, getting in normal shoes.
I believe
I
that's
come
called
back,
I believe that's called a
The,
jumpsuit.
the phone is still there. The case is popped off of it somehow. I'm like, huh,
Hmm.
weird. And then he happens to be standing right next to my desk. And I was like, did you mess with it? He's like, no, I didn't mess with it. And I try and put it on my phone. I'm like, dude, this isn't fitting. This is, oh, no, I just wanted to see if it, I'm like, why is it in your pocket?
Why?
I'm like, dude, really?
I bet for the briefest of moments you wanted to be like, smash his
And
screen
also-
or something.
Keep this in
Toss the
mind.
phone. Mhm.
He also takes an air chuck. Now, an air chuck is basically like a little gun with a tube on it and just
Yeah,
lets
yeah.
full air pressure out, whatever the compressor is rated at, which is anywhere from 120 to 150
Yeah.
psi of air.
I believe that's is that the gun that for the tires, for inflating tires?
No,
or
no,
what?
that's an air pressure.
Okay, so what does
shock.
this gun do?
It's basically kind of like a tire pressure gauge, but without the gauge and not a
So it's just a
valve stem fitting.
okay. So it's just you stick it straight into the tire and it blows it up.
Well, not even that. It's just for like blowing debris out of the way.
Oh, so it's basically a giant version of the air can for computers.
Pretty much,
Okay.
yeah. So he takes it up, gets in my ear, and pulls the trigger. And that is when I flat out lost it. I took the gun from him. I'm like, dude, grow up. Don't you ever do that again. He's like,
That-
dude, chill. I'm like, you blow my eardrums out, you're paying for that medical bill.
Oh yeah.
And I
Yes.
flat out told him, I'm like, I do not want to see you again. Get out of here.
What'd you say? Like 130, 150 psi? Or
Yeah,
whatever?
anywhere in that range.
That will destroy.
Oh, yeah.
Especially your
And not to
ears.
mention, that air is so strong it can get into your bloodstream.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it can.
And if air gets into your bloodstream, that can actually kill you.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So don't do that, ladies and gentlemen. Don't stick an air thing in your ear.
You know, people
unless
would
they're
think-
yeah.
Otherwise, but people are extremely dumb.
True, ladies and gentlemen. We figured it out. People are dumb.
But
no,
there were so many people in there. I just wanted to flat out, like, there were multiple days where it was just me in there. And I was like,
Oh dear.
this is paradise.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Nobody to worry about. No, I was just like, oh my gosh,
Mm.
I have the whole shop to myself, and not a bunch of people running around with their heads cut off.
Oh, yeah.
Because a bunch of these people, I swear, every single person was not mature in any way, shape, or form.
Mhm.
And we have an alignment rack.
Mhm.
There is one rule for OSHA. OSHA is basically the safety
Yeah.
corporation that.
OSHA is also the noise you make when you drop something. Oh shit. No. Anyway, continue.
But anyway, you're not supposed to run around a shop.
Oh yeah.
because there's a lot of stuff on the ground,
Yep.
lifts in the way. You
Yep.
could smack your head, you could trip, blah blah blah. A
You
lot of
you
things.
could trigger a lift that has a car on it, and the car could just come crashing down
Oh
on
yeah.
you. Yeah.
So these guys are running around throwing little baseballs at each other,
Those
running
little
across the.
super rubber ones that
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I hate those. I
The
actually love
fact
those, but I
that
also
my
hate those.
teacher had left the room, they're all
Oh yeah.
running around. My gosh, I love my teacher because he is like the only teacher who will flat out yell at you.
Oh yeah.
So everybody, okay, I was trying to get stuff done, and they're all running around acting like 5-year-olds. My teacher walks in, sees what's happening, everybody stops like it's a Mary Poppins movie. I wasn't doing anything. And he stops at the doorway. And he puffs up like he usually does. And he's like, so you all are going to act like 5-year-olds when I leave the room. If you want to act like that, I will gladly teach you like 5-year-olds. And there are many other people who are just like, well, they point at me. And they're like, why do you trust him? And they're like, well, this guy actually does work in the shop, doesn't act like a 5-year-old, and actually has a sense of maturity. Yes.
Oh, dang, you really respect that teacher after he says something like that? Oh, dang, yeah.
And everybody's like, it's like, if you want me to treat you like 5-year-olds, I will gladly treat you like 5-year-olds.
Oh, boy.
And oh my gosh, the whole room just.
Oh, yeah.
And if you ever hear my teacher, if he yells at you, you don't say another word.
Yeah. I know that type of teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Anyway.
I'm
done with my big stories. What about yours?
So let me tell you about this BS that happened a couple of days ago. So, long story short, short story long, medium story medium. Essentially, I had a acquaintance who was a girl, and she had a couple of friends, and we knew her from youth group long time ago.
Is it the girl I'm thinking of?
I think so.
The one who made the edit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, same girl. 180s on me. Goes from making an edit to being really weird. Her and her friends make very like, I was silent. Like, she reached out to me and wanted to be a part of the group, and I was part of this group chat on Discord, and they all seemed to know each other. I was sort of the new guy, so I was relatively silent unless somebody was talking to me directly. But tried to blend in, cracked a couple of jokes, which they all thought were funny at the time. Guess what happens when a joke that everyone laughs at the time. Have you had this happen to you? You're like having a social interaction, everyone's okay with it, you crack some jokes, they crack some jokes, it's all funny, and then that interaction gets brought up months later and used as a weapon against you. Like, oh, this guy said that. When you say, dude, everyone was saying these things. Everyone was in agreement. But they're like, oh, no, this guy did these things and said these things and so on.
I personally haven't, but I have talked to people who have been in those situations.
So, it got to the point where she specifically was accusing me of doing some pretty borderline illegal thing, borderline harassment things, which obviously not true, and started calling me neckbeard, and just full-on cyberbullying, taking interactions that were totally harmless and assuming that something else was going on and twisting a whole web of lies about me, to the point where I was like, I wonder whether I have screenshots. I have a folder full of multiple screenshots of all of it. because I wasn't sure whether I was going to have have legal advice about this because it was pretty bad. I'm not going to say it on the podcast, but let's just say, yeah, it was pretty bad. So, reported it all, screenshotted it, clicked on each one that said something offensive to me, sent it into Discord's moderating team with harassment and so forth and so on. Hopefully something happens
I'm sure there will,
because of
because
that.
Discord is an app or like a messaging that really takes harassment
Oh, yeah.
and, racism to like heart.
Well, yeah. So, it went a step further when she threatened physical harm in the real world by saying, "I have given my boyfriend permission to beat him up if we meet in real life." That was the exact quote. She said, "Oh, I gave my friend permission to beat him up if we ever see him in real life." So that threatening physical violence. So I screenshot that and send it in. And so there's cyberbullying and harassment, but threat of assault, that's much more serious. So I hope that this gets addressed.
Well, I don't think they really want, because just a quick thing. If you've ever met me and you like to mess with somebody who's close to me or,
Yeah.
good friends, family members, and you want to mess with them, you will see a part of me that you will never thought you would ever see
Oh yeah.
ever again. And once you see it, it will never leave your brain. It will be the scariest thing you will ever see from me. And to be honest, it's so scary, people don't even want to look at me anymore after they see it.
So explain, or briefly explain what exactly.
Briefly explain, my first step is I become big puffy. You know what birds do. They puff up their feathers to make them look bigger, more dominant. Or when they're cold, one of the two.
Yeah, I'm freezing.
I will look at them dead in the eyes and be like, you ever do that again, I swear you are going to regret it.
I've seen you reach that point with someone before.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen you go
more than once.
You go like
I give them my death stare, and trust me,
Oh,
it
yeah.
is not pretty.
Oh yeah.
Some people say even my resting face looks like I'm about to murder somebody.
That's true, yeah.
Like if I zone out, people look at me like, dude, are you okay?
Yeah. So I've seen part of that for myself, but yeah. So I took screenshots, saved everything, and hopefully nothing comes of it. Reported it all, but that happened 2 days ago. And yeah, I'm still not feeling great about it right now, but I'm hoping that it is all over and I no longer have to deal with this.
Well, personally, I will say the fact that you don't go to that church or, associate with
She doesn't either.
youth
but,
group,
hey, yeah.
but I don't think you'll ever have anything to deal with.
Yeah, in real life, if I don't think I'll ever see them in real life. Let's be honest, I probably never will. But the fact that she said that in writing for a moderating team to see is something that's worth noting and screenshotting.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that. And let's hope it's the last time, because I can get quite, I don't know if you've seen this side of me. I can get quite, combative.
You can, but you also tend to, keep a little distance.
The reason I do that is because if I went 100% on someone gonna die. Essentially. The reason why, when I open up, I only open a little bit because there's enough pressure in there that if I bust 100% on someone, that someone's gonna die or have emotional and mental scars for the rest of their life. There's a side of me.
That's the goal.
That
If somebody's willing to threaten, especially if you see them in the real world.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll let a little bit of it out now. If I ever see her in real life and they're down to fight, I will stab them. And then when I am finished stabbing them,
you
I
will be in
stab
jail.
them again. Wait, no. No. Wait, hold on. No, No, actually, it would if they try to fight me, it would be self-defense. So
Yeah.
I could legally destroy them. Yay! All right, okay. I just go yay. But anyway,
Well, if they threaten to, especially murder, which that's what it really sounds like, or murder
assault.
to really
Yeah,
hurt,
yeah. I'm gonna
Either
beat you
one
up.
first step,
Yeah.
you know,
Report.
they
them,
see my
which- yeah.
threatening face, which people may take it as in like, oh, you think you're, really big and puffy? That knife ain't gonna mean anything.
It's a tool, though.
So,
You pull out a knife. You gotta. If you know how to handle yourself with a knife, self-defense. So if somebody's coming at you swinging with their fists, and you got a knife, you know the saying, never bring a knife to a gunfight, never bring a fist to a knife fight.
No.
So if hopefully that never has to happen, but I am prepared if someone wants to throw hands with me. I've got knife skills. And I also cut myself.
but also,
in the
I
process,
think
but-
she's also mentally
Oh yeah.
cuckoo.
Oh yeah. There's been signs about this for a while now, but I stupidly ignored them because I was trying to make the relationship functional.
That is exactly what will get you in a toxic relationship.
I was trying to be nice. I gave her a second chance by responding. Because here's the thing: this wasn't the first time. We had some problems in the past. You remember this when she was sending stuff in the Discord and Brayden's parents saw it and forced him to leave the Discord server. That was the first time that I had nothing to do with her and banished her from the Discord server. That was the first time. She contacted me and said, let's try to fix this. So I gave her a second chance, and she took advantage of that second chance. And yep, so this will teach me never to give people second chances.
Well, I rarely will ever give somebody a second chance.
Yeah. If they really seem like they mean it, I might give people a second chance, but I chose wrong this time. So some of it's on me. But yeah, hopefully nothing happens with that. But if it does, I will be ready. So anyway, anyway, before we go, this is the noise that he will make after I stab him. Yeah, if anybody makes that noise, you know something is wrong.
No,
Like it was with my
no
throat.
way.
No, anyway, but that's all for this episode, and
Today was like a ranting episode.
it truly was because do you know what? Do you want to know what the episode was going to be about?
What?
Communism.
Darn
Good thing we picked this instead because it was much more interesting. Anyway, so harder to work the noise into communism than it is into this conversation. But anyway, I've got nothing else. You've got no other stories. Your episode is next week, so you better get studying on.
And I won't be moving this week, so I will have more time to prepare.
So,
it's been a great episode. We'll see you
thank
next
you for
week.
joining us. Tune in
Bye-bye.
next time. What the frick?